What's up, y'all, man? It's BCA, ready for what, not for play. And the video for today is your morning routine is keeping you average. Okay? I'm going to tell you a lot of the things that I've did in my life to get to where I am today. And I will tell you these practices that got me to where I am today. And I know I said the same thing twice, but we're going to get into it, man. The first thing I knew with any failures I've encountered in my life is that I had to change my morning routine. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And when I did that, I've seen changes. So long story short, man, as you all know, I was in the military, man. I was in the Air Force. Here's the picture. I was in the Air Force, man. I was E5. It took me 3 times to make E5. Now, if you are not a military person and don't know what I'm talking about, E5 is basically a staff sergeant, which is like the first line supervisors in some cases, most cases first line supervisors. And that rank is one of the most pivotal ranks to get because you go from being basically a worker bee to a boss, right? And that is something that a lot of people don't understand how to do, right? And I was so excited to get that rank. It was crazy, but I'll tell y'all what happened, man. So the first time I was eligible to test for staff sergeant was in 2013, right? 2013, I take the test, and I missed it by like 20 something points. And I didn't go in that test really thinking I made it, nothing like this. It was my first time testing, so I just really didn't know what was going on. But I just was taking the test and, you know, studied what I could and stuff. But I wouldn't say I put too much energy into it. But I did, you know, took my test and stuff. But I wasn't like really just focused on getting that rank like that. Really, it wasn't like I really wasn't in a locked in mindset. Really, what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I missed it, and I wasn't sad about it. It was like, okay, you know, it happens. I didn't make my first time. My second time testing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna study. I'm not gonna let that happen no more. I didn't like the way that felt really, but I get it why I felt like that. Cool, let's go to the next time. So this second time, I go and I missed it by 5 points. 5. There's 5 questions on the test. 5 decoration points. Whatever points you put away, either way I was 5 points away, bro. And that one hurt because I felt like it was my time to do it. And after that is what I'm gonna get into. After that happened, man, I ended up making a big decision in my life. I was like, no, what, Princeton, I have to lock in this year. I have to. This is 2015. 2015, a lot of stuff happened that was losing base, but still letting me know I'm close. This same year, I was nominated for an annual award for my job, right? And I'm telling you all, I was so excited about getting this award. I thought I won it. Like, I had my parents come out, all this stuff. I'm excited, I'm hyped, all of this stuff. And as I'm doing this, I hear them saying, hey, the nominees are Senior Airman Blanchard and Senior Airman so-and-so. All right. So we at the banquet, it's the Oscar theme. Just picture it, bro. It's just 2 nominees. It ain't like I'm going against a lot of people. 2 nominees. Man, I'm in there and they say, and the winner is Senior Airman so-and-so. I was like, oh. I felt it in my heart, bro. I felt it in my heart. I was hurt. And that moment is what poked the bear for me. Because it's nothing worse than a person is losing but consistent. There's 2 different type of people you got in this world. People that lose and give up, or people that lose and be consistent. I'm the one that lose and be consistent because I know that this calculation I'm doing is going to work. So, and we're going to get into how this relates to you. But I'm just giving you a background story first before we even get to all that. All right? So, that year I decided, hey, I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to study my butt off. I'm going to dedicate these hours of studying. I'm going to make sure I do all I can within my power to make sure that my evaluation is great. I'm eligible for certain awards and that I win these different awards. All right, and that's what I made in my mind. I have to change these things because at this point, This is my 3rd time testing for this rank. So I have to do this. So my morning routine, woke up in the morning, went to the gym. All right, went to the gym. Not only that, I was training people at the gym. It was people that would fail their PT test that I would train, as well as training myself too, right? And then after that, I still would play basketball, whatever it may be. So I was in the gym doing what I do. I'm in the gym working, doing it, being there at 5:30 in the morning, doing all I got to do, right? So I was doing that. All right, I got off work. I was in school too. Right? In school, studying for school, and as well as doing not just school, but also doing the studying for the test. So I did that. I locked in, right? So in that same year, the Air Force decided to create this new evaluation program, which basically says everybody is not a firewall 5. So, in evaluations, you get 1 through 5, right? Just for example, you get 1 through 5, 5 being the utmost best. Everybody wasn't a 5 anymore, right? So now they had this system where only the top 5% of people in the Air Force can be considered a 5. And that means people have to make hard decisions on who is really the best in this rank, who is really the number 1 person. And that what created the competition and competitive side of me to do what I have to do. So I did all I could, y'all, to get this done. And like I said, my morning routine was the key piece that changed in this, because before I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but the lock-in method worked for me. When you wake up in the morning, you train, you study whatever it is, you focus on your purpose, focus on your craft, you will see changes. And I'm a witness to that. I've seen the changes within the year. Within the year, I've done it. So that's what I did. We get down to the end of 2016, y'all. We getting there. I end up getting notified for an assignment for Korea. Now, before this even happens, I'm nominated for the 3rd quarter award for my job. Now, 3rd quarter is a tough quarter because it's summertime and there's a lot of people doing stuff. It's kind of one of the kind of difficult ones to get if you're talking about quarterlies, right? And then the end of the year kind of hard too because everybody try to finish strong. So I won that. Once I won that, I was like, okay, all right, this one of the bad. And not only did I get that, I won a Joint Base San Antonio award where I won out of the whole San Antonio, right? And that one was like a whole ceremony, everything, right? So I just like, oh my God, I won that too. So when I got that, I was like, okay, this is working. Like my way is working. That's what I feel. My way is working. So let's go. I won that, man. We get down to it for promotion. This is July. This is July, right? This July they do the promotion list, man. They say, hey, with a line number of, I forgot what line number was, and they said, hey, Staff Sergeant Lick, Preston Blanchard. I was so hyped, y'all. I went in the general, all this stuff. Like I did all of that, man. And that moment was like one of the most happiest moments in my life. It reminded me that, man, like you just gotta keep going in the right direction. You'll be fine. Even though some stuff may feel bad and it may be tough, but you gotta beast and do what you gotta do, man. I think that's one of the hardest things that people, us the people, we kind of overlook sometimes and kind of be down the dumps about, is like how we are when it comes to down times. But being consistent and pushing in the right direction was helped me. So then, y'all, I ended up getting that promotion. I had my line number. I sold on November of 16. And then they came with the annual awards. Now, mind you, I'm in Korea at this point, and the nominees, like 8 nominees. I think. No, it's like 6 or 7 nominees. It's way more nominees than it was before, based on what I'm saying, y'all. So I'm in there and I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I really, at this point, I'm like, I really not focused on this award no more, because I got the money. I already got the promotion, so the promotion is really what I care most about. Everything else is like, it is what it is, because I did want this award too, but if I didn't get it, I wouldn't have been mad about it. But man, I got the phone call. They said, hey, Sergeant Blanchard, you won. I was like, what? Like, killed it. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of the biggest things that happened that year. 2016 was arguably one of the best years of my life. I can say that with full honesty. 2016 was one of them years, for real, for me at least. And now we're 9 years later from there, right? And I had to find a way to re-tap into how to get back to that 2016 person. Because mind you, I'm out now. I'm not in the military now, right? And how can I still have that same grit and grind I wanted in 2016 and still have it now? And it all ended up being my own morning routine. And for you, do what works for you. But the moral of the story is be productive in the morning, right? Don't wake up and get that coffee. Wake up and get your water and go to that gym. Ride that bike, ride whatever, ride the treadmill, whatever it may be. Do something productive when you wake up in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you do it. Once you do that, you're gonna feel like you won the day regardless. Because only a certain percentage of people waking up in the morning and doing it first. A lot of people wake up in the morning, they brushing their teeth, they washing their face, putting on clothes, and ready for work. You getting up to do your gym work and train, you automatically at another level. Okay, because we're living in a society now that's heavily undisciplined. Being undisciplined is the popular thing now, right? Being undisciplined is the unpopular thing now. All right, it is the popular thing is to be undisciplined. So if you're not disciplined, you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of goofy stuff out here, and everything that's advertised is goofy. Most of the stuff advertised goofy. The McDonald's is goofy, Wendy's is goofy, Subway even goofy. All the different things, man, is goofy. All right. And once you understand that, you have to understand that your discipline is what's gonna separate you at the end of the day, and you have to start your morning routine. And what I recommend is training in the morning, getting organized in the morning, setting your intentions in the morning, praying, reading the Bible, doing whatever your practice is, and meditation, yoga, whatever. All of these things are going to help recalibrate you and help you get to where you want to be in your life. Because right now, if you're watching this video, you click this because it's something about your morning routine that you need to fix. And I told you my story first because I want you to understand that this is something I've actually dealt with myself, and I know the changes it brings when you do these things. All right? So stay disciplined, stay focused, stay sharp, and stay consistent, and you won't lose. And even if you lose, you get better. And even if you're consistent, you're going to sharpen your tools. You're going to be more talented. And then you're going to be separated from everybody else. And then it becomes being the what? 1%. All right. Again, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Man, it's BCA, ready for war, not for play. And remember, focus on your morning routine, y'all. Peace out.